Jessica, this one's for you. You asked us to make a molasses gluten-free cookie, and thanks to our gourmand.
Mom, I searched the internet and came up with...
Got inspired by you and some other people.
That's
and
right.
we came up with these really delicious molasses.
Ginger cookies.
Pretty much grain-free.
No, they're grain-free,
they are
dairy-free, and gluten-free. And they actually taste really
good. If you like chewy cookies, this is where it's at.
All right. And not only is it the holidays, but Hanukkah is just about here. So because our family is blended.
Our family is huge.
Our family is blended, being Jewish, Hanukkah, all right?
And Papa Curry being Catholic.
We celebrate everything. So with that being said, these ginger snap cookies or ginger molasses cookies are actually perfect for Hanukkah or any kind of treat.
They're perfect for the holidays. So what you'll need to make them is molasses.
Molasses.
2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger, a cup of almond butter, 3/4 cup of coconut sugar. And you can see here we didn't have all coconut sugar, so we added some brown sugar. It works.
A 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Use what you have.
Yeah. And then we have a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. And then the spices that we used for this, we used an allspice baking soda.
Well, it's not a spice. That just goes in with that. Yeah.
Okay, but it's with them.
I know.
Baking soda. We have pinch of clove, pinch of pepper. That's pepper. Cinnamon, fresh ground ginger. That's not fresh.
Yeah. It's just ground ginger.
Ground ginger.
It's good.
And then a pinch of salt.
All right.
So
let's get going here.
You're going to work on the wet ingredients.
All right, and you're going to work on that, but let's do it one at a time. Okay. So I'll go ahead first because I'm going to add the almond butter into my bowl here. Oh my goodness. We love almond butter.
And this one's a little darker that we're using because it's like a cacao almond butter.
Yeah, and it's also what we had, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and put the almond butter, the fresh ginger, all right, and our 2 eggs right into the bowl. Now these eggs are also room temperature. I never stick my eggs in the fridge.
So why room temperature for the cooking?
Because I don't know what it is, but there's a chemical thing that you want to leave your eggs when you're baking them. They get fluffier and they help you rise, you know. That's the science behind baking.
Perfect. So you want room temperature eggs.
That's right.
And then you're going to do 3 tablespoons of the molasses.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The molasses cookie needs some molasses.
That's all right. So
and then I'm going to use, you can use this in like a, what are they called, Mom? The kitchen.
Like a KitchenAid mixer stand.
But I love this.
Well, not everyone has room for a big KitchenAid.
And this works just fine, this little handheld mixer.
Yep, totally. All right,
so 3
is this
tablespoons.
all that I need in here? Okay.
Yeah, 3 tablespoons of molasses.
I'm good.
And I'm going to whip it up.
So we're just mixing all this up. Now, Meg, do you think we could add a different, if you have a problem with almond butter, maybe we could use cashew butter or pecan butter or maybe even a seed. What about sunflower seed butter? I mean, we haven't tried it, but we just know that this works.
I tried doing it with flax seeds.
Didn't work.
It did. They came out like thin lace cookies. This looks perfect.
This smells so delicious. I love the almond and the molasses together.
We're going to leave this right here because we're going to put, once we mix all the flour together, in here and mix it up.
Okay.
So,
should we start with our sugars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do 3/4 cups of sugar. We have coconut flour.
Baking soda.
Then we have baking soda.
All right. How much baking soda? This is a teaspoon. Teaspoon baking soda.
A 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground allspice. We have 3/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I mean, you could do a little bit more.
We like our cinnamon.
I'm going to do a pinch
of pepper. Fresh ground pepper. I don't think I've ever added pepper to cookies, but it works.
Really well. They're delicious. And then a pinch of
this is cloves.
And I love sea salt. So I'm going to do a pinch of Celtic sea salt. We really love the Celtic. It's good flavor. And then half a teaspoon of ground ginger. And another fun thing that you can do, we have this nutmeg, and you can just do like
a whole nutmeg, just a little bit.
Just a little.
And you know, Meg, there's also blends, like a pumpkin pie spice blend. If you don't have all these spices handy, but you have like a pumpkin pie spice, oh, fresh nutmeg is way better than the already mixed powder.
But the coconut sugar works good. You know, you could even switch it up and put almond flour instead of coconut flour in here.
Yeah, you can use other different flours.
So like, if the almonds don't work for you, if you want a different...
If you're not like 100% grain-free, you can actually use whatever gluten-free flour if you don't happen to have the coconut flour. But the coconut flour gives it, you know, nice fiber and also that nice coconut flavor. So
these are nice paleo cookie too.
All right, now when you blend it together, you don't just mix them, you actually blend it with this, Meg?
Yeah, blend it in. So I'm going to put in a little bit at a time. So you start mixing that.
Okay. So just be careful not to make loud noise.
Mix it in.
Okay, a little. All right, I'm mixed in. Okay. All right.
And the trick is, if you're doing this by yourself, I would mix a little in, set it down, turn it off, mix a little bit more in, set this down, turn it off, put a little bit more in, and then just kind of mix it all up together.
Or you can just have it in a
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mom's going crazy over here.
This is the runaway mixer.
Perfect.
All right, we're done. You know,
no, mix it. Mix it all. Get it good.
This is good.
Okay. Whoa. Making a mess.
All right, the thing about baking though too, Megs, is that you don't want to over mix your baked goods. They just become very, how should I say, not just, I don't know what
As you can
called.
see, these are very sticky. And,
all right, let me taste. Ooh, I got it everywhere. Wow. Wow, that was a really tasty, great batter. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just put them on the cookie sheet.
And so these, literally this is the only scooper you need, is a teaspoon. And I like spraying it. And I'm spraying it over the cookie sheet because if it gets on here, it just will help them come off easier. But just take one little teaspoon nugget.
Okay, so Meg, you have parchment paper lined for way better cleanup.
Yes.
All right.
And like I said, they get really sticky. So I just kind of keep spraying them. And keep.
These are like really small. Do they kind of spread a little bit?
Yes, these definitely spread. And I'm doing like about 2 inches.
So do you want to use this?
Or so apart. No.
This is really good. Let's get these in the oven.
Perfect. And you can tell that they are...
Well, they're starting to crackle, but the thing about these kind of cookies, Meg, is because of the baking soda, you guys, is that it adds lift, and then as they cool, they come down.
They deflate.
They do. They kind of deflate, and then they're really chewy and yummy.
But you can tell that they're done because they're cracking, and because you can kind of see along the edges they're a little bit darker, so they're more done.
Right, so here, these are the ones that just came out of the oven.
A little bit more puffed.
And now you can see the difference in how they look when they're all nice and crackly once they start to cool.
They're really like gooey.
They're really yummy, chewy. Very gingery. It's a soft, chewy cookie.
Perfect for the holidays. So for the full recipe, you can go to currygirlskitchen.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Constantly posting stuff, and let us know if you have questions or if you have something you want us to make, and we can dedicate our next video to you.
Happy holidays!
Yeah, and thanks, Jessica.